So hey guys, we are here for round 16 of the BMSC and we will be commentating and annotating and everytating the game between Phil Robertshaw and David Koenig. And I don't know what more to say about that right now. They are the 4th and 5th seed of the event, and hopefully it won't be a blowout because I'm a blowout magnet. So anyway, the players have put the tiles away, and as my snaz timer now says, the game is about to commence. So I will leave you with the capable brain of Calum.
Hello. I'm not sure how much of a capable brain it's been so far. I haven't got anything in front of me at the moment. I've got a black screen, but hopefully there'll be something in a moment. I'm getting one of those really helpful adverts on the Twitch screen at the moment. Yep, okay, so Dave Koenig and Phil Robertshaw should be a good game. Still waiting for a picture here. Okay, I've got a picture on my screen, so hopefully the game's about to start. See a rack being typed in, which should be Phil Robertshaw's rack. Yeah, so Phil's got a rack of VAWRENT, maybe waiver for 30. Personally, I like I'm prepared to take a hit of a few points on a first move to keep a better rack. I might be thinking of VAW. It's down to what Phil wants to play. Oh, Vort for 30 is not a bad play, VAWTE. And that seems to be what's been played. Yeah, that's good. That's better than what I suggested, I think. David Koenig now has the Q. Something like Quate, maybe QUAA, Quate or Equate. Equate. Quate or Equate might be the play here. The problem with either of those is it leaves a possible hook of a possible extension of co-equate. But you'd be unlucky at this stage to be hit by that. I think equate to use an E. I'm not seeing anything else worth doing there really. David Koenig might be. He's a strong player. He might be considering some other options. But equate looks most likely to me. I can't see. I'm looking at that A. Equate or quate with the A possible as well, but I don't like that spot. I prefer 8A. Apparently 8I is also possible. Or 8G. Equate at 8C is the play, and that does leave the interesting possibility of the co-equate extension. Phil Robertshaw has not got a good rack. Phil Robertshaw's been up here a couple of times, so I don't think he's had much luck from what I can recall, and he's not having much luck with this rack. and David Koenig has picked a better rack, perhaps not fantastic, but a better rack than Phil's got at the moment. Phil must be hating this table at the moment. Maybe THRU, keeping the U that he's got. You wouldn't normally want to keep a U, but it's his only vowel. THRU at E5 down. Hurtle is the play. C3 down. That's not too bad, I don't think. Does get rid of that U. Leaves RN. Vexate for David, possibly. Again, he'd be holding an E if he did that. EAUX. That plays at B1. But he might not like that because it's very open. Yeah, EAUX would perhaps be the best rack lead here, but I'm not. EAUX for 36 is on face value is Quackle's best play, but that's not taking into account the position. EAUX has been played through the A on the board at F7 down. That's pretty good. Leaves a strong rack of RATE. Phil Robertshaw still does not have enough vowels. Manic from 5G. Doesn't score enough really though. Drum from E6 down, that doesn't score enough either really. Maybe drum from 4A across. It's slightly risky, but it's 18. Equated is a possibility. 3, 5, 7. You can get 24 by putting dim on the end of that. Crim for 35. Yep, they're using a hotspot at the top there, which I hadn't looked long enough at. So Crim, it's an aggressive play. It opens a 9-timer. It's a good scoring play, 35 points. And Phil leads by 33. David has Roaster. Looking at Roaster with that C. Yeah, there are bones there. There's a 9-timer there, reactors, and that's been played by David Koenig. And Phil has still got too many consonants, and he's now a 9-timer down, 107 points behind. Nice play by Phil there. He's played adequate for 54. Just putting AD. Still leaves him in, probably going to leave him in vowel trouble still, unless he picks 2 of them. But he needs those points. And he's got a rack full of consonants now. David has got a slightly trickier rack now. Kiev, K-I-E-V, jumps out at me, but I can't see a spot. He's got a nice lead at the moment. Maybe something like Kiva from 5E, K-I-V-A. It still leaves 2 duplicate tiles on his rack though. Cannot be too good. Viard for 27, making crime, and Drek also making crime are two suggestions from Quackle. Yes, former world champion Brett Smithram pointing out that vexate is not a word. Vexated, presumably. No, vexated either. Sorry, made a mistake on that one. And yeah, so Viard or Drek are suggestions from Quackle here. Kiwi, is that the play? Looks nice. Yeah, Kiwi's been played. And Phil still has this rack. Which has got no vowels on it. Something like clipped from J2 down would get rid of 4 consonants. It's not a scoring play. Doesn't score very heavily. But Phil has exchanged 5, which is not a bad move at this stage. Looks at present like we're going to get another one-sided game here. And looking at this pickup from Phil, it's not good. David's must have bonuses here. Dinnered from K1 down, I think. Dendroid, is that possibly going down? Drained could be played on the end of VAWTE. Stridden down from G7. Lots of options here for David Koenig with this rack. And DI Sims high on speedy player. Yeah. Yeah, DI and hold on for 29, hold that blank is one of Quackle's suggestions in between the bonuses, because it is a strong rack leave. I don't know. I think I'd play a bonus, especially when you're 79 points clear and you're adding another 70 odd points to that. The psychological effect that that's going to have on your opponent is going to be pretty strong. Yeah, rather than play a 29-point play here, I think that the psychological effect of that bonus is gonna hurt. Quite a long time being taken over this play. I'm wondering if he's. I think he might know there's nothing down from the A at 8A. Sorry, at A8. But he's probably just looking to find his best option here. Yeah, most of these, looking at the championship player sim, it's giving very high win percentages to David Koenig at this point. It's he's 79 ahead. He's got bonuses. It's looking like it might be another one-sided game. But these things can turn. We haven't had one yet where it's we haven't had one yet where somebody has got a big lead and lost that lead. So every time that doesn't happen, it becomes more likely. If you see what I mean, it becomes more likely that somebody will do it at some point. I'm wondering how long David's got on his clock at this point. It's still quite early in the game. He's down to 14-17. I'm seeing a note there from Jessica. He's probably feeling quite comfortable. He's not going to be too worried about using time up. And it looks like drained for 73 is the play. I haven't had a look at Phil's rack yet. Oh yes, I have. I remember now. It's not very good again. I mean, I'm wondering if this is almost worth another change from Phil. He's got to pick a vowel at some point. And he's so far behind. It's hard to know what to do with this. I'd be looking at. He's got to use the N if he's going to play on the board. Norn maybe, but no, he's exchanged again. GNAWN is a nice sort of dump of letters, but his rack was so bad. And if that's his rack I'm seeing coming up now, that's got a lot of vowels in now. Oh no, that's David Koenig's. So David Koenig has got all the vowels that Phil wants. And Phil has got some vowels. Is there an S on the board? There is no S on the board for Thanatos, for Phil Robertshaw. But let's see what David can do with what he's got. It's not the greatest rack. He might consider a change himself. Maybe his opponent's changed in consecutive moves. ER would be quite strong to hold on to. He might consider EE and EX, which would be 13 points. Yeah. Nice to see a few people in the chat section now. I have to remember to keep looking there to see what people are saying. I've been mainly looking on the Skype feed, but I'm going to try and keep swapping between the two. Yeah, I'd fancy a change here. I think E10 Quackle is saying for Aero. Yeah, E10 down for Aero, not bad. Erie at J2 gets rid of, yeah, Erie at J2 is the play, and that gets rid of the 3 E's, 3 of the 4 E's. Yeah, I can't see a 7 here. Would Thanatos be the only possible 8? I imagine Brett might know. Hoa or Hat at 8M across. Canat, is that going down? It looks like Canat might be being played from D8 down. and David Koenig has quite a lot of vowels. I'm not seeing a bonus there. A double O play would leave quite a strong lead. If there's a decent score for it anyway. And remember, he's 130 ahead. Time. Louis for 28 is favoured by Quackle. Keeps the scoring going, keeps AS, which is a strong lead, and just getting a little warning at the bottom there of something being disconnected. I don't know what that is. Okay, the stream software is disconnected, hoping to get that back. Okay, just hoping to see Phil's. Yeah, Phil. It's a tricky looking tile. I've got a blank there. If there's no bonus, he might be looking to play something using the CH, perhaps just playing CH. He can score 25 for doing that. He does have a 7. I have cheated to find that. He does have 7 gotchas. I should be seeing that. Can't see a spot where it plays. Jessica saying that Phil plays Pokemon, so he sees gotcha all the time. I have no idea what that means. Okay, it's a tricky one, this. HOG from E11 down. Score 24, keeps quite a strong lead. That might be reasonable. Phil's going to need to bonus have any chance of getting back in this, but he's also looking not to fall too far behind on the scoring. Chat scores 34 at 7L across. Just having a brief glance at David Koenig's rack there. It's not looking as good as it was. 2 Ys on it. Oh, Dog Watch down from the D of adequate. Yeah, more common anagram of that being watchdog, and dog watch. I'm going to hypothesize that that's probably a watch on a ship or something, and probably not a very favourable time of the morning or something like that. That's my guess. I don't know whether there's any accuracy in that definition at all. But yeah, dog watch from that B. Will Phil see that? It's not a high probability word. It's a fair way down the probability scale, but I would expect Phil to possibly know that. He does know a lot from that end of the scale. I don't think it's one that's in my card box, which suggests that it's outside the top 20,000 or so. Lots of clunky letters in there. There's only 2 W's in the game. Oh, sorry. Yeah, if you were using a natural W, there's only 2 W's in the game. There's only 2 C's in the game. There's only 2 H's in the game, and to have them in that combination makes it not the highest probability combination to come up on your rack and to be able to put down on the board. Lot of thought going into this play. Somebody's Verbalo was coming and said that dog watch is a nautical term. Yeah, so maybe a watch on a ship. I don't know. It might be Phil's last chance to get back into this game if he can spot this. It will open a 9 timer, but not a 9 timer that's going to be taken. Looking at possibilities for David Koenig for next time. If the spot's still open, he might play Gaby, making AG and TA. Phil has played each for 34 at the top from B2 down. Phil's rack looks like dotages now and dojets. Yagi's played by David Koenig for 40 points. That's putting him well clear. Seeing dotages and dojets from Phil's rack at the moment. I'm looking for one with the S at the front of the word. There's also a possibility of playing down from 01. But it's not looking too likely there. Could Phil have been really unlucky here? I can't see anything at the moment. And I've consulted Ziziva as well. Experiencing a bit of non-technical difficulty at the moment, with the late evening, with the early evening sun coming in through the window. Quackle likes God at M2 for 22 points. But these are our speedy player results. It takes a bit more juice to use the championship player, and might contribute to any technical problems. Yeah, it's this is really tough. It looks like this ought to make something, and it doesn't. Two sevens, but they don't play, and none of the 8s with the E play. Nice to have some people watching in the and commenting in the chat room. We may not have had many people in so far, due to another event going on, the World Championships. Congratulations to David Eldar, the new world champion. Commiserations to Harshan in that final. And is that God going down for 22? Nope, that's the championship player suggestion. It was God. Yeah, first time I've done any commentary on Scrabble, so I'm missing a few things and not seeing some things quickly enough, but enjoying it so far and hoping to get better at it. It's a different discipline from trying to spot things on the board, and of course because you're trying to spot what two people are doing at once, you don't have time to think on your opponent's time as you do in a real game, but getting plenty of time to think here, as there's not a lot going on at the moment. Phil's time is less than 10 minutes on his clock now. Dave's time is 10:04 apparently, so they're close on time. They've both used quite a lot of time. Yeah, I'm thinking that Phil probably can't believe he hasn't got anything here. Maybe he's looking at possible nines. I'm hearing the rattling of tiles, but nothing on my screen yet. No play, just crack clatter is the comment. I mean, I wouldn't say the unseen is particularly promising either. A comment was made in that there's no O for Sono Boy. That's a comment from Yongjan Rong, which I probably pronounced really badly. There's no O for Sono Boy. Thanks for pointing that out, because I would never have seen Sono Boy. David has a comfortable lead. He has Boyo on his rack. Don't see a decent spot for that. Bowsy for 42 is the recommended. Sono Boy as a non-bonus is a possibility from L7 down. Looks like Boney might be the play though, making DOGY. And yet Boney has been played. And an interesting rack for Phil now. I'm looking, the immediate thing I'm looking for is an IZE ending. It's good. Nothing with an IZE ending. And Zaptiers does not fit through VA on the left hand side of the board. There is a possibility of zip for 50 at 15A, and that might. I mean, Phil's virtually out of this, but something that scores 50. Yeah, he should do it to keep the spread down. He's got to do something, and a score of 50 is pretty reasonable. Keeps SIT blank or SAT blank, depending on whether he plays zip or zap. And zap has been played for 50. Don't know about that because of the amount of eyes left to come. Zip, I think, would have been better. Dave is not far away from Mouflons. I think Mouflons is good. I will confirm that. But he hasn't got the floater for it. Yeah, Mouflons is good, but he hasn't got the correct floater. So that would be MOUFLONS if it played. FUM would not be an unreasonable play if there's a spot for it. Perhaps. I mean, David in the position where he's got this game won. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's more confusing to think at this point. OF from 13B might be a good play. MOL has appeared on the board. I don't know whether that's going down or not. It is. MOL is the play from David Koenig. Phil surely must have something here, but it's a tight board now. I'd be looking at ISE ending again. I'm not sure it's quite got the right simile for that on a different board. I'm trying to use my brain first before resorting to Quackle or Ziziva. Yeah, I couldn't see anything at the top there. And having a look at Ziziva, he can play from the G at 13. At 13E, he has a number of plays there. They all end just in front of a double letter score, but at this point, he might just leave that and hope to pick the last S. He might play something like Gobshite, and hope to pick the last S. He's got Gobbyist as well. I've just had a warning about language. Not supposed to say Gobshite on air. But unfortunately, it's one of the playable words. That's been played in a tournament recently. I'm pretty sure. Did Nigel possibly play that somewhere? I've heard that mentioned recently. I'm not sure. Is that an Irish expression? I think most commonly, possibly specifically Dublin. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know whether Phil is looking at trying to score something from 0-1 down. There isn't anything there. But he does have some bonuses. I'd be surprised if he's not going to spot one of those. Although having said that, I hadn't spotted the bonuses in that spot myself, and I'm not under pressure. Yeah, it's possible that he's looking for a higher scoring bonus than he's actually got on his rack. He's looking around, trying to score as much as possible with this move. A win is unlikely. 151 behind. He's going to need a big bonus. Even with a big bonus, he'd have to pick another bonus straight out of the bag, which is not especially likely with the unseen tiles. There are possibilities of bonuses there. Poising is a possibility with the unseen from Phil's perspective, but that might very well not fit anywhere at this point anyway. So he'd be needing something ending in the E for next time if he were to get anything. Taking a very Phil must be quite low on time now, but we are close to the end of the game. He may as well look for the best thing he can. He's down to 2 minutes and 15, 14, 13, 12. He's heading down towards 2 minutes on his clock. So he's going to need to leave a little bit of time to play his next move or two, or however many moves he has left in this game. Reactors has ended this game really, and the fact that Phil was picking up some dreadful racks early on and had no immediate reply to Reactors. It took him quite a while to get his rack into any sort of shape. Yeah, Jessica's been talking about how many blowouts we've had on this board, and mentioned it to the players before the game. And as soon as Dave put Reactors down, Phil's comment was, "There's your blowout." And looks like Phil might be playing a phony here. He's played Babbo ties. I think it's Bobbo ties. I think Bobbo ties might be good. But Babbo ties is being played by Phil here. Opens a 9-timer potentially, if it's allowed. But I'm expecting there'll be a challenge on that. And it's been challenged off. If David had an A instead of a U, he'd have Finjans. Of course, nowhere to play at this stage. If he had an A instead of U, he'd also be able to play J, A and JOE, but he can't do that. Okay, 9 in the bag. David might be considering playing some tiles here. He's not like it's almost impossible to lose now. Probably is impossible to lose. But if he plays off at least 3 tiles, he is bringing the bag down to 6 tiles. So even if Phil did bonus next time, and he wouldn't be able to pick another bonus out of the bag. he would only be taking 6 tiles. So maybe David will look to play. Just getting a list of what's in the bag. The bag contains FGIILNOPW. But yeah, and David will know that, of course, or should know that, having seen what Phil has got. Yep, Jessica's making the point there, which is the point I tried to make was before, that he will perhaps be looking to play 3 tiles to protect against a double bonus, but he will also know whether there is a double bonus potentially, meaning that if he plays 3 tiles, Phil cannot possibly get 2 bonuses due to the number of tiles left. I think it's very unlikely that it's a possibility anyway. I don't know what David will be thinking here. He must be getting fairly low down on time himself. He's got 4 minutes and 11 seconds. You can't really effectively block Phil's bonuses here. By the looks of it. So when we come back to Phil's turn, he's only got 104 on his clock, so he'll be taking this time that Dave is using here to have a good think about it himself. Feign for 26 is a possibility. JUN for 26 is a possibility. Nice hook on Louis. He could play Fluey and Fawn. I like Feign, I think. FEIGN. And he's likely to be, if he plays FEIGN, he's likely to be able to play JUN next time. It looks like we have some activity. He's played NU. He's blocked the bonus lane. He has blocked the bonus lane. Yeah. Okay, so Phil now has probably got no playable bonus unless there's some kind of very obscure 9 starting with GU or a 10 starting with TON. Options don't show anything like that, so Phil has played BE. Of course, he's very low on time, so he's had to play quickly in order to avoid losing any more spread in this game by going over time and losing 10 points. Phil has 17 seconds left on his clock, so it's quite possible he will go over unless he plays his moves very quickly. David has played Jong from 11i for 20. Can we see the score on that last move, please? And it brings David up to 464. Phil's on 291. It's 36 for John. And Phil has some nice tiles to finish the game with. He's played a bonus, but my screen has gone fuzzy. so I can't see what he's played. I think it might be oil stone, but I'm getting a little bit of the interference we had yesterday. I think it's oil. Yeah, it is. It's just swum into focus, and it is oil stone, and it's swum back out of focus. But yeah, oil stone from Phil. Did he stay in time? Phil now has 1 second, and he's got to get his eye on the board in 1 second after David makes his play here. So I think Phil will probably be going over unless he's lightning fast. So Dave is going down. We're getting Dave's down at 36, 33, 30. He's surely not going to go over time in a game that he's got comfortably won. 26, 23, 21, 18. Oh, is that a play? I think he may have made a play. Spiff for 31. And XI to play out with Phil very quickly. He's going to be over time because that must be longer than a second, surely. Phil stops the clock at 0:01. He was like lightning, is the comment from Jessica. Lightning fast. So he didn't even lose his second. He was on 1 second before he made the play, and he was still on 1 second after he made the play. So final scores hopefully being typed in now. I can see what they are on Quackle, but Quackle will be wrong because Quackle adds double at the end of the game. 486 to Phil Robertshaw. Sorry, 486 to David Koenig, and 383 to Phil Robertshaw. They seem to be wrong on the screen at the moment.
386, 383.
Just on the wrong way round on the feed at the moment, Jessica. Yep. Okay, so another game there where it was quite one-sided.
Yeah, I'm a blow-up magnet. I hate it. Maybe we should get someone else to stream.
I mean, I don't know how good I am as a commentator, but you're definitely better at streaming it than I would be. I don't think I'd be able to.
You don't. I don't think people understand the difference between just annotating and streaming. Streaming is a lot of work because you actually have to keep up with the players, whereas with annotating you can fall behind and catch up later.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm imagining it's pretty.
So if the players play ridiculously fast, you have to type and add ridiculously fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were lightning quick there. You were like, so it was zoom. But Bobo ties, not Babo ties. Yeah. Just get one past him. Yeah. No, it didn't make anything. Yeah, it didn't make anything. Yes, you can. You can have 2 Fs on Spiff. Yeah! Calum spiff a verb?
I don't know. I'll just check this over.
I'm checking my end as well.
I mean, you can have spiffing because it's
Spiff means to make spiffy.
postage stamp.
Yeah, so you can
perforated.
have spiffed and of course spiffing and all of that stuff. I'm just gonna
About 5 worse ones. Still have 7 content.
Well, the thing is, I
changed 5 again.
I had just drawn 2 Ds, but I didn't have an A at that point.
Yeah, it makes it very hard to win in that.
After adequate, I had CLLNNPT. So I kept NT and picked out FGGWN. No, FGGW.
It was
It was
painful.
worse than the first line.
Could have just passed.
When
What was my rank
paragraphs are
after
against you, they're
new?
against you.
I forget what letters I picked up.
After which place? Right?
After new, I picked up an O, and I
Basically,
Oh,
back
and
to
you.
5, I think.
After new.
had F, J, I, N,
No, it's
S,
the same file
O.
again.
Oh, no, look at the G.
Yeah, Jingo FNS.
That's right.
Recently, when there's a lot of vowels in the back.
Sure. So did it finally work the second time?
Well, I've got some vowels.
Some lines.
Just some vowels, not enough vowels.
One U just to make it.
No, not an A, 2 A's and an L. I've got 100.
Your drain actually wasn't the best play. Stridden fit nicely next to O.
I saw 2 E's in
Where?
the end.
Yeah, Stridden.
Oh, okay. I was looking on this side, trying to get something here to the X. I didn't think of this spot right here. Stridden's very nice.
Yeah, it shows you had 10 of
Oh,
these.
right, O was there. I
It
see.
shows you had 10 of these in that game.
What you had, Tony?
You had 10 of these.
Right.
I've won a game with like 3 E's before.
Yeah, Stridden would have been very nice. Especially because it doesn't take the hook.
Yeah, Stridden.
I spent a while on that rack looking for a better bingo, but I
Did
couldn't
I miss
find
anything
one.
much, Jeff?
Stridden was 75.
I guess I probably missed me when I played each, but
Oh, Watchdog. Oh no, Dogwatch. The other one.
Oh, Dogwatch.
Dogwatch.
Dog
Oh,
Watch.
that would've been nice.
Dogwatch of D of Adequate.
I don't think I even knew Dog Watch.
Is that with the blank?
Yeah, with the
No,
blank
the
as
blank
the
would have been
G.
the W.
Oh yeah, the W. Oh, so confused right now.
When was that?
When he played
Mhm.
each. The
Oh,
Dogwatch.
ACH, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dogwatch.
You had it.
So you had GOT.
Gotcha and a blank.
Oh, that's right. He was
And
playing
that-
off the board. He didn't have any.
I looked at it for ages. Dog Watch, yeah,
Very
absolutely.
hard to see though, making the blank a W.
That's a cool play.
CGA.
When you're,
I've seen blanks make Qs
when you're
today.
already 150 behind.
It's also not a very high scoring bingo with all those heavy tiles. You're missing all the bonuses.
86. The Dogwatch.
Triple for G, I suppose.
Yeah, but
No, Dogwatch through the D. Through the D.
Oh, through the D? Oh, okay. I was thinking you're using the A.
yeah, it's a good play to see it. I wasn't going to win anyway. It was
I think when I played Boney here is that
Bowsy.
huh?
Bowsy.
No. There were very few vowels left. I did not.
There
want to
were. There was
vowels.
like 5 vowels.
It was
left.
like 10 more consonants than vowels. So I had a U. I could have played buoy, but there were also a ton of N's remaining. So I wanted to spend the N and keep the U. There was a little risk in setting this up, but there's only 1 E remaining. So like he could have had G's, but he would have had to burn a blank for it. And I figure if he's bringing the J, the Z, and the blank, yes, he'll get a massive score, but that'll be it for the game, basically. That'll be the last time he scores.
Yeah.
Uh,
we need to wrap up the post-mortem now because we
Yeah.
were quite behind. You and your buoy versus boy. We have different pronunciation in this country.
Am I, do I have to stay in here?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. I've just had the external mic on, so everyone heard some of that post-mortem. I'll just switch my own mic back on now. So yeah.
So I just need to save the Quackle file first. And thanks to all you guys for showing up after the Worlds. I know it's probably a letdown after everything. If anyone else does want to commentate, please drop me a Facebook message. And yeah, because that's where I see it. Because I don't have the stream on. So Yeah, if anyone wants to do maybe the last game of today, just drop me a ping. Drop me a ping. Let's jump over to the standings. Let's get rid of that. So Lewis is still 2 wins ahead of the field. And we're having the game between 2nd and 5th in the standings.